Hello, this is State Senator Dale Ryder. Today is Wednesday, January 13th, and I'm again speaking to you from my office here in the state capitol. Today, Governor Pat Quinn gave his State of the State address to a joint session of the General Assembly. The governor spoke for about an hour and 20 minutes and went through a laundry list of items that he thinks are laudable accomplishments for state government over the course of the last 12 months while he's been governor. I don't want to go through that entire laundry list, but I do want to talk about a couple points that the governor made, one of which I very much agree with him on, and the other I have much less agreement with him on. I agree with the governor when he says that the key to this state's long-term future is a growing economy and a growing middle class. That is something that my colleagues and I have talked about for years, that if you're concerned about government tax revenues, if you want to have more money to spend on important programs, you have to have a robust and growing economy that creates those tax revenues. But far more importantly, of all the things that we can do for families in Illinois, the best thing that can be done for them is to provide economic opportunity. Make sure that a mother or father or both of them have an opportunity to work at a job that supports them and their families. Now, the key in the next few months will be whether or not the governor and the leaders of his party actually put that rhetoric into action, whether or not we see policies that manifest their real intent to get Illinois' economy going again, or whether or not this is just rhetoric that's driven by a poll taken before a speech. I sincerely hope it is not the latter. That's not good for this state. It's not good for anyone who lives in my district. I disagree adamantly with the governor when he talks about his view that it is Illinois' patriotic duty to sell the Thompson prison facility to the federal government and allow terror detainees from Guantanamo Bay to be housed there. The patriotic actions that we truly see in this state are being carried out by the young men and women who are wearing the uniform of the armed services and who are fighting, in the governor's words, at the gates of hell against terrorists. They are fighting to keep terrorists and terror activities out of our lives and out of this country. It is not this state's patriotic duty to accept terrorist detainees from Guantanamo Bay. It is not this nation's patriotic duty to close Guantanamo Bay. There are many dangers in bringing the terrorist detainees here to Illinois, and this deal is being driven by a president who made a campaign promise to close a place where bad things happened. Most of my constituents would agree, as would I, that there were actions undertaken at Guantanamo Bay that most Americans would not be proud of. But leadership requires not that we stand up and say that facility is bad, because that's symbolism. Leadership is to stand up and say, we need this facility, but we're going to change the conduct within the facility. In other words, we're going to be able to keep the terrorists off the mainland, and we're going to have a better system for their detention at Guantanamo Bay. That's what the president should do. That's what the governor should do, is tell the president politely but firmly, no thank you, we do not want these terror detainees here in Illinois. We are going to keep the Thompson prison facility and use it to incarcerate individuals who have been convicted in Illinois courts. As always, I welcome your comments or your questions. Thank you again for spending a few minutes of your time watching this video, and have a great evening.